Hi everyone, we are Team Telepathy. My name is Jenny, and we have Emily, Jen, Hannah, and Henry. We are here to present the findings from our analysis of the misuse of prescription drugs in Canada. Before conducting our analysis, we are aware that the survey respondents had a monetary incentive to participate in the survey, and there might be concerns for dishonest responses. Hence, there will be limitations to our findings, and we will be cautious when generalizing our conclusions. So to start with, our analysis was conducted on the Canadian dataset only, and our goal is to, first, identify the drugs that are commonly misused by survey respondents, and second, determine the demographic profiles and relevant characteristics that are associated with the non-medical use of such types of drugs. In particular, we pinpointed our focus on codeine usage in Quebec, GABA analog usage in Aboriginal groups, and cannabis use in students.
We found that 41% of respondents who have used at least one drug in the survey have used codeine, of which 15.5% have used codeine, whether it's prescribed product or off-the-counter codeine product for non-medical purposes. This makes codeine the most misused drug in the survey. In addition, the misuse rate of GABA analog is approximately 23.5% from the survey. Furthermore, 3,828 out of the 10,007 survey participants have used cannabis before. This number is significantly larger than that of any other illicit drug in the survey. Note that there are 11 types of drugs in the other illicit drugs category, and their average usage count is only around 320. We will now detail our findings pertaining to these three drugs.
So the misuse of codeine in Quebec was higher than the rest of Canada combined. We found that the percentage of Quebec residents who misuse codeine was even higher for those with mental health disorders, which was 38.43% compared to only 15.97% in other regions. Moreover, Aboriginal people have found to use GABA analog in their lifetime for non-medical usage more than non-Aboriginal people. The highest proportion was observed in Aboriginal people living in Western Canada, which was as high as 40.89%. Also, the cannabis usage was mostly found in students, especially in the Atlantic region, where half of the student respondents have used cannabis in the last 12 months.
The high usage of cannabis among Canadian students may be something to be cautious about. In the National Epidemiologic Survey on Alcohol and Related Conditions conducted from 2001 to 2005 on a sample of American adults, they found that there was significant evidence that an increase in cannabis use frequency is linked to the development of problematic cannabis use. Participants were initially surveyed from 2001 to 2002, then participated in a follow-up survey 3 years later. 14.1% of people who have used cannabis in the past year in the initial survey met the criteria for cannabis abuse in the following survey, whereas only 0.7% of those who did not use cannabis in the past year met the criteria. The National Academy of Sciences states that using cannabis at a younger age increases the likelihood of developing problem cannabis use. So it is worth investigating the cannabis use among students to get a sense of potential substance abuse.
Finally, some questions have yet to be answered. Why are some demographic groups, such as Quebec adults and Aboriginal peoples in Western Canada, associated with high drug misuse rates? Due to the limitations of our analysis related to data collection, we prefer not to make a conclusive statement regarding such circumstance. But we suggest people belonging to these demographic groups be cautious when using prescription drugs, and we recommend further research be conducted for more insight on better drug safety educations for these groups. This concludes our presentations, and thank you for listening.